It is Monday of the 10th week in Ordinary Time, June the 7th of the year of the Lord 2021. And today the Gospel is taken from St. Matthew chapter 5, verse 1 to 12. When Jesus saw the crowds, he went up the mountain, and after he had sat down, his disciples came to him. He began to teach them, saying, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the land. Blessed are they who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be satisfied. Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. Blessed are the clean of heart, for they will see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. Blessed are they who are persecuted for the sake of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when they insult you and persecute you and utter every kind of evil against you, falsely, because of me. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward will be great in heaven. Thus they persecuted the prophets who were before you." The Gospel of the Lord. Last Saturday we ended up reading the Gospel of Mark. Today, on weekdays, for a few 2-3 months, we will read the Gospel of Matthew, which is the first Gospel of the fourth. And why it comes first? Because it's called the Church's Gospel, the Ecclesial Gospel, for the reason that it was the most read Gospel in the early church, even up to maybe 40-50 years ago, because it centers also about Peter, chapter 16. And but the story is the first gospel written is not Matthew, but it was Mark. But sometimes they thought that Mark was a summary of the Gospel of Matthew. Instead, we know today with the scholars, the people who study the Bible, that the first Gospel written is Mark. Matthew used Mark when he wrote his Gospel. Mark put the framework of what we call the Gospel. So one thing is, yes, Matthew was the most read gospel in the early church up to again 40-50 years ago. But what you can do, it's, if you have time, read the whole Gospel of Matthew in 1 week. Today we skip the first 4 Gospels, the first 4 chapters, which the first 2 are the infancy narratives, and then the other 2 is the beginning of the ministry of Jesus. Now, this is the first sermon. The Gospel of Matthew also is written in 5 books, they call it 5 books, to be like the first 5 books of the Bible, the Torah, the law. They were attributed to Moses, so Jesus is the new Moses. So if Moses wrote 5 books, the Gospel of Matthew is composed around 5 books, with 5 discourses. This is the first. It's called the Sermon on the Mountain. This is why the Gospel says he went up to the mountain, like Moses went up to the mountain, and he sat down as teaching to the disciples. He begins what we call the blessings at the end. No, the blessings. And there are 10 blessings. And blessings are an attitude, a behavior that is blessed by God at the end. It's different from the blessings that the world gives. The world says, "Blessed are the rich, blessed are the powerful, blessed are the mighty, blessed are the people who have a lot of power." Instead, the gospel is something else. It speaks out something else. The blessedness comes from something else. And there is always something that, so to speak, a prize given to us. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And what are the poor in spirit? The Anawin, they say in Hebrew, the Anawin, the ones who trusted in God, who hope in God. Everything comes from the Lord. Blessed are they. So the question today, for you and for me, when do you feel blessed? Just go back to the Sermon on the Mountain. When do you feel blessed at the end? But do you feel blessed when you are poor, when you mourn, when you are meek, when you are hunger and thirst for justice, when you are persecuted? Blessed are we, because Jesus, with the Beatitudes, the blessings, opens the new kingdom of heaven, the new reality, the new way of being Christian. Today is Monday again. We are in this Move to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. Consecrate yourself to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. Have a blessed day.